All right, so you're ready to dive into all this faceless marketing stuff, huh?
Yeah,
Feeling a little overwhelmed, maybe.
I get that. It can be a lot to take in at first.
Totally. It's like everyone's talking about how you can build this, profitable business online
Yeah.
without having to be like an influencer.
Right.
But how do you actually do that?
Exactly. Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack in this deep dive. We're going to look at what faceless marketing actually means, explore some different strategies,
Okay. Yeah.
see what works, what doesn't,
Uh-huh.
and help you figure out if it's, something you actually want to pursue.
Right. Yeah, because it's not just about hiding your face, right?
Yeah.
It's really about taking advantage of all these digital platforms
Hmm.
to build an income in a way that feels, I don't know, authentic to you.
Oh, I love that.
It's perfect for introverts or people who value their privacy or anyone who just prefers to let their work speak for itself.
Right, right. It's about like having choices, right?
Exactly. So let's break down these choices.
Yeah.
Our research outlines
Hmm.
four main strategies for faceless marketing.
Okay.
And the first one we're going to talk about is affiliate marketing.
Hmm.
I'm guessing a lot of you listening have probably, heard of this before, but
Yeah.
I think for me at least, I'm always like, okay, but how does that actually work?
Right. So basically, think of it kind of like you're a matchmaker. You're connecting great products
Okay.
with people who need them.
I like that.
Yeah. You partner up with companies and then you promote their products to your audience.
Right.
And then when someone makes a purchase through your special link, you earn a commission.
Okay, so it's like I have my website or my whatever, my platform,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, hey, check out this cool thing. If
Exactly.
you buy it, I get a little cut.
Yeah, and what's cool is that you can actually get started with pretty much no upfront investment, really.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there are platforms out there like Amazon Associates or Share a Sale ClickBank.
I've heard of those.
Yeah, and they have literally thousands of products you can start promoting like right away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But I bet there's got to be more to it than like just slapping a link up on your website being like, "Hey, buy this."
Oh, absolutely. You're totally right. It's not that simple. It's all about like finding your niche, and becoming this like trusted voice in that space.
Got it.
Yeah, like I've seen people build six-figure businesses just by focusing on a specific category. Like software tools for entrepreneurs or like eco-friendly baby products or something like that.
Right.
And they create content that genuinely like helps their audience so that when they recommend a product, people actually listen because they trust them.
That's so smart. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not just a salesperson. You're like a curator
Yeah.
almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about selling digital products? This one, I don't know, this one feels like it has huge potential for passive income.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
create the thing once and then.
Exactly. And you can like sell it over and over again.
Yeah.
And the possibilities are kind of endless. You could do ebooks, you could do templates, online courses, really anything that can be downloaded or accessed, instantly.
Oh, I like that.
Like Canva, for example, makes designing ebooks and templates super easy.
Yeah.
And for online courses, there's Teachable, which is really popular.
I've heard of that one, yeah.
Yeah, and you can sell them on platforms like Gumroad or Etsy or even just your own website.
Wow, okay. I'm already thinking of a dozen ideas.
Yeah.
But let's be real for a second. Creating a digital product that people actually want to buy that takes some serious, time and effort.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not like an overnight thing.
No, it's definitely not about just throwing something together and hoping for the best. The key here is to create something that's valuable, right?
Oh.
And solves a specific problem for your target audience. So you got to think about what skills or knowledge do you have that other people are willing to pay for?
Ooh.
And a great tip is to focus on creating what we call evergreen content, right?
Yeah.
Something that stays relevant and valuable over time. So you're not constantly having to create new products.
Ooh, evergreen content. I like that. I'm writing that down. Okay, next up we've got ad revenue. Now this is basically making money from the ads we see everywhere online, right?
Yeah, exactly. Platforms like YouTube and blogs, they rely heavily on ad revenue to, keep things running.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So for YouTube, you need to hit certain milestones before you can actually start monetizing your videos.
Okay.
It's like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a bit, yeah. But once you hit that, you can apply for Google AdSense.
Okay.
And then for blogs, you can integrate AdSense or other ad networks to, display ads that are relevant to your content.
So you're telling me that like the little banner ads I see at the top of like my favorite food blogs,
Yep.
that's how they're making money.
That's how a lot of them make money. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So no matter what platform you're using, like the key here is to build an audience first, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. You need to create engaging content that attracts viewers or readers consistently, and it does take time and effort to build a loyal following.
Okay.
But once you have that audience, then that ad revenue can become a significant income stream.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, last but not least, we've got drop shipping.
Okay.
Now this one seems like almost magical to me.
I know, right?
Like selling products without actually having to store or ship anything yourself.
It does sound pretty good.
Is it like actually that simple?
Well, it's definitely a very popular model, especially for beginners.
Okay.
So you basically set up an online store. A lot of people use Shopify. And you partner with suppliers who handle like all the inventory and shipping.
Oh, wow.
There are even apps like Oberlo that can help you find and list products. So it can be pretty streamlined.
So I find a product, I mark it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone buys it from my store,
Yeah.
the supplier just ships it directly to the customer. I'm like, the middleman.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But while it sounds super simple, dropshipping definitely has its challenges.
Okay, like what?
Well, you're pretty reliant on your suppliers for like quality control
Right.
and, making sure things are shipped on time,
Right.
which, let me tell you, can be a headache sometimes.
I bet.
And honestly, with the rise of online marketplaces like Amazon, the competition is fierce.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that. It seems like everyone and their mother is trying drop shipping these days.
Right.
What would you say to someone who's considering it?
I would say it's still a viable option, but you need to go in with a solid plan.
Okay.
Finding a niche is crucial, choosing those reliable suppliers that we talked about,
Right.
and like really creating targeted marketing campaigns. You can't just set up a store and expect the sales to come rolling in.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
So we've covered 4 very different strategies,
We have.
all with like their own pros and cons. And honestly, it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
What's like the best way to approach all of this?
One of the things that I read, one of our sources had a great tip, actually, and I think it's good advice. Start with just one strategy
Okay. Yep.
and really master it before you move on to another one.
Don't try to do everything at once.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because trying to juggle multiple approaches at the same time, it can spread you way too thin.
And lead to burnout.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Focus is key.
Hey.
Like that. So as we're wrapping up here, the thing that's really resonating with me about all of this is that faceless marketing isn't really about like being invisible, right?
Right.
It's about like choosing how you want to show up online
Exactly.
and building a business that like aligns with your values and priorities and all of that.
100%. It's about finding your own unique path to success.
I love that.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, what aspect of this whole thing resonates most with you? Like, what kind of business could you imagine building without having to be the face of it?
Ooh, that's a great question to ponder.
Yeah.
And remember, even if you never like literally show your face,
Mm-hmm.
your personality, your expertise, all that can still like shine through your work. So happy creating, everyone.
Happy creating.